Voters have voted in favor of Brexit. British exit from the European Union. That means that in the coming months, British and European leaders will begin negotiating the terms of Britain's departure. Britain's exit will affect the British economy, immigration policy, and lots more. It will take years for the full consequences to become clear. But here are some of the most important changes we can expect in the coming months. The process of leaving the European Union will take years. Britain's vote to leave the European Union is not legally binding, and there are a few ways it could theoretically be blocked or overturned. However, as the BBC notes, it would be seen as political suicide to go against the will of the people as expressed in a referendum. Article 50 of the Treaty on European Union establishes the procedures for a member state to withdraw from the European Union. It requires the member state to notify the European Union of its withdrawal and obliges the European Union to then try to negotiate a withdrawal agreement with that state. Britain's leave vote, however, does not represent that formal notification. That notification could take place within days, for example, when European Union member countries meet for a summit that is scheduled for June 28 to 29. Or British officials might wait a few months to pull the trigger. Once Britain invokes Article 50, it will have a 2-year window in which to negotiate a new treaty to replace the terms of European Union membership. Britain and European Union leaders would have to hash out issues like trade tariffs, migration, and the regulation of everything from cars to agriculture. In the best-case scenario, Britain may be able to negotiate access to the European market that isn't that different from what it has now. Norway is not a member of the European Union, but it has agreed to abide by a number of European Union rules in exchange for favorable access to the European Common Market. British Prime Minister David Cameron didn't want to hold a vote on Brexit at all. But in 2014, he faced growing pressure from the populist right over immigration and Britain's European Union membership. To mollify dissenters in his own party and stop the rise of the far-right UK Independence Party, Cameron promised to hold a referendum on leaving the European Union if his Conservative Party won the 2015 election. The Conservatives surprised pollsters by winning an outright majority in Parliament, and Cameron kept his promise. But he wasn't personally in favor of exiting the European Union, and he campaigned vigorously for a Remain vote. At the same time, he allowed other members of his government to campaign on the other side. This created the spectacle of senior members of the UK government from the same party campaigning on opposite sides of one of the biggest issues in British politics in decades. Not long after Thursday's results became clear, Cameron announced that he would resign by October. It's unclear what will happen next, but one likely outcome will be for Cameron to be replaced by Boris Johnson, a member of Cameron's Conservative Party and former London mayor who campaigned for a leave vote. It's also possible that the Conservative Party will splinter so badly that no one is able to claim a parliamentary majority, forcing early elections.